Hi, welcome to Khanijker. Let us discuss the monopolistic competition. The classical economists or the classical microeconomic theory of price primarily consisted of perfect competition and monopoly. There were also some stray duopoly theories, but they did not fit the real world situation. In the late 1920s, these classical theories were challenged by number of economists at that time. The perfect competition model could not answer a number of real world situations. The assumptions of homogeneous products, which is one of the foundation of this model, the homogeneous product model did not fit into the realms of the actual circumstances prevailing in business and industry. Likewise, some of the concepts that were present in the actual business world could not be adequately explained by the classical theories or classical economists. One of the first economists who expressed his dissatisfaction towards the perfect competition model was Piero Sraffa. Was the first who shows dissatisfaction towards the perfect competition model. After the Piero Sraffa, there are other economists who also shows dissatisfaction towards the perfect competition model. They are Harold Hotelling and F. Zuthain. Here, the Piero Sraffa adopted a way to solve the great cost controversy of 1920s by introducing a negatively sloping individual demand curve in an article which was published in 1926. In 1930s, economists came to recognize a real world situation lies somewhere in between the perfect competition and monopoly models. Here we go to know about more the monopolistic competition. Pure monopoly and perfect competition are rarely found in the real world. The market that we come across in our daily life have characteristics of competition and monopoly. One of such forms is monopolistic competition. Professor E.H. Chamberlain of Harvard University and Mrs. Joan Robinson, two economists who independently adopted the same line. Both of them published their work in 1933. Although both the authors arrived at the same solution for the firms as well as the market equilibrium. Monopolistic competition is a type of imperfect competition in which are many sellers selling differentiated products but not perfect substitutes. Monopolistic competition, as the name suggests, has element of both perfect competition and monopoly. Monopolistic competition is a market structure characterized by large number of sellers and large numbers of buyers with free entry and exit, and they are selling differentiated products. The products are neither homogeneous nor perfect substitutes of each other. Examples of such products are consumer durables like television, refrigerator, washing machine, and other products like fast foods, soaps, cigarettes, magazines, automobiles, shampoo, biscuits, paints, etc. Characteristics of monopolistic competition. First one, that is large numbers of buyers and sellers. There are large numbers of buyers and sellers in the market. The number of sellers in monopolistic competition is relatively less and as compared to perfect competition, but is nonetheless large. Each firm decides its own price output policy without considering the reactions of rival firms. Similarly, the numbers of buyers is fairly large in monopolistic competition. Free entry and exit of firm. There are no barriers to entry and exit of firms. Any new firm which feels it can make profit can enter the market, and any existing firm making losses can leave the market in the long run. Product differentiation. Product differentiation is the hallmark of monopolistic competition. Product differentiation refers to a situation when the buyers of a product can distinguish the product of one seller from that of others. This means the products of various sellers are not homogeneous. Product differentiation does not mean that the products of various sellers are completely different from one another. The various sellers produce differentiated product but closely related products. Here, the product differentiation making by the producer, the purpose of product differentiation is to create an impression in the minds of buyers that the product of one seller is different from that of another. Each seller tries to show that his product is better than the others and superior to that of another seller. The sellers or the producers keeps the product sufficiently related to other products so that it means closely related to the other products of the same type. The element of product differentiation in the product gives monopoly power to the seller. Greater the degree of differentiation of a product, greater is the monopoly power. Fourth one is selling cost. Another very important feature of the monopolistic competition is that each firm tries to create difference in its product from the other, or they want to give impression about their product in the minds of the buyers, or they tries to present their product is different from the product of other firms. This is done through advertisement. Advertisement plays a very vital role in monopolistic competition. They make propaganda, attractive packaging, etc., for which cost is included. Such type of cost is known as selling cost, or in other words, selling cost are those expenses of the producers incurred on marketing of goods produced. The effect of selling cost may be to attach particular consumer to particular brand. The purpose of selling cost is to inform the buyers about the uniqueness of products, quality, price, etc. Downward sloping demand curve. Under monopolistic competition, a single firm can control only a small portion of the total output. The demand curve of a firm under monopoly slopes downward to the right. This is because no other firm can produce and sell its products under same brand name. The demand curve of monopolistic competition is more elastic. That the higher elasticity of its demand curve is due to the presence of close substitutes, price maker. Under monopolistic competition, a firm fixes its own price of its product. The firms are distinguished on the basis of their brand name. Therefore, each monopolistic firm enjoys a monopolist position. This is because no other firm can produce and sell its product under the same brand name.